All right, man. Sean Patel here with my man, DAZN commentator, former super welterweight champ, Sergio Mora. Sergio, man, good fight this weekend, but I did want you to give some thoughts on next weekend's big fight between Teofimo and Shakur Stevenson. And you'll be on that call, won't you?
Yeah, I'm going to be on that call. We're going to be there all week. And yeah, man, I think like everybody, I'm excited because Teofimo, we don't know who to expect, right? We got a star that can beat anyone on every night, or we got the guy that shows up against Cambosas and others we just let it shine. But that's what I like about Teofimo Lopez. I can relate to a guy like that. You know, I was like that. I can be great the first night and I can be terrible in the rematches because there's something about doing it the first night, shutting people up. So I relate to Teofimo, but man, Shakur Stevenson, you can't touch him. He's hard to beat. He has a style where it's just like he's like a cheetah from that left-handed stance. I never even seen him get, rocked or hurt. That type of style, people will call it amateurish. I just call it complete. If no one can lay a glove on you, why change it? If you're doing it on multiple levels and you're doing it from the Olympics, why change it? You become a millionaire that way and people still can't beat you. The bad part with that is you got to learn how to be the bad guy. So Teofimo's not the bad guy. I would love to see Shakur be the bad guy and start saying, hey, I ain't going to change nothing. I just win and keeping that 0 in my undefeated record.
Shakur, he's a significant favorite. Not the first time Teos would pull off an upset as a significant favorite, but do you agree with the odds makers in making him, the legit favorite heading into the fight?
No, I got to keep it real. I would love to see an upset. I love upsets, but no, Shakur Stevenson is going to be hard to beat. Just like this fight, Murataya and Cruz. Of course, it's you got the champion, young champion, strong, but he's not the favorite. Andy Cruz is the favorite because we know what we're seeing with guys that have that Cuban background, that amateur background, where they keep their range, they don't get hit with nothing. Andy Cruz and Shakur Stevenson are cut from that club.
Yeah, what is Teo's best path? Because a lot of people believe, okay, you're the bigger guy, you're the bigger puncher, you got to press him. But we've seen him against lesser boxers than Shakur, get counterpunched trying to come forward with his hand. Should he, what's his best path to victory in your eyes to pull it off?
It's not being aggressive because I think that falls into the hands of Shakur. We saw that with Zepeda. That's the best I've ever seen Shakur look. I think it's a little bit of both, being athletic aggressive, which Teofimo is. Body shots, ignoring the head. Don't even try to aim at the head. You aim at the shoulders, biceps, and the body. You try to steal rounds, and you try to rough him up. Anytime you do break that distance, which is hard to do, you rough him up. You get your points. Anytime you have a close round, maybe they'll sway your way. What you don't want to do is just be on the outside posturing with a guy like Shakur, because he's just going to pick you apart with that style. How I would fight Shakur, and I know it's hard to do. Anytime he punches with the straight punches, I will punch at his elbows. It's an annoying thing. Every time I fought real tall guys, I would punch at elbows. He would throw, I would punch here. Boom, boom. Or do it from the left-handed side. Boom. Anytime he throws straight punches, you punch at that elbow. Sooner or later, that starts hurting. Sooner or later, you want to keep those, holstered up. So once he starts doing that, punching the elbows, then you need your upper body movement and Duran his ass up. You got to go in there and you got to dig them ropes.
But do you need the right time? You got to punch with him in order to do that. Like, you can't do it off the lead. You need
timing.
Yeah.
What my trainer used to do is he used to get a long pole and he would put a glove at the end of it and he would have me punch at it. Where I had to catch it at the right time. You have to practice it, but it works.
Man, have you read into any, like, when you watch the build up to this fight? And I'll let you get going in a sec then. But have you read into anything from either fighter? I know you read The Art of War. You were a guy who was psychological with your approach. Have you read into that? Anything from either guy? Anything you picked up on that?
Yeah. I don't rely on the psychological games of the talk of Teofimo, and Shakur doesn't do no talking. He's more of a like a cool, I'll do my talking in the ring. I don't believe what Teo says. I believe what Teo does, and when that dude does what I've seen him do, he's hard to beat. He's hard to beat, and he's going to give Shakur everything he can handle if we see that guy on fight night.
Man, have a good broadcast. You leaning Murataya or Cruz, by the way?
Cruz is the favorite. I lean towards Cruz. I just think he has that Cuban style. It's going to be hard to do, man. Murataya, he has the power, he has good range, but it's going to come down to defense. I think Cruz has a better defense.
Thank you, Sergio.
You got it, man. Hey, Sean, I respect what you're doing, man. On every podcast I see you with, you think like a fighter. I respect how you're talking. Keep it up, man. With Sean Porter, with Radio Raheem, and anytime I hear you, man, keep it up, bro.
Thank
you know
you,
your
champ.
shit.
Appreciate it.